Danke, Siabo.
Hey guys, this is Kenzo Xtrahot-Forex. We're back again with another one. So now or today, now we're following scaling up. If you still remember yesterday, we were talking about why you open multiple trades, why you open multiple positions. So now we're back again with scaling up. Scaling up. If you don't understand, scaling up is to make something bigger. Let's say
Oh,
maybe if
yes.
maybe you had 0.01, you start to add on top of your positions. We're talking about one installment here. If you trade in Nasdaq, we're talking about that you're adding more. Those positions, they start to scale up, they start to grow because you start to add more. But I'm talking about something which is going into profit, not people who add while they see that they are losing. We don't do that. I'm not saying talking about people who keep doing that, you see. So I'm not alone, as you know, I don't go alone. I have Mr. Beza. Mr. Beza?
Kenzo. Greetings, 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 our people. We are back.
Hey.
We are back. We are in the house. If you are driving, we are in your car. This is one of the days where we just wanna share with you. Again, we are going to give it to you straight at it as it is. We are not hiding anything. Have you ever find yourself in a situation whereby you are in a trade, and when you analyze the trade, you can see that there is greater opportunity for you to make more profit, but you don't know? Then you find yourself getting out at the certain level, you wait for the market to come back to your level again, and then try to enter again. It becomes a work for you. Look, there is a way. There is a way that you can enter once and manage your trade. Manage your trade, making profit, manage your trade, that you are able to lock your profits and know that even if the market can now go the opposite direction, you are still going to be in profit.
Exactly.
The last video, we said multiple trade, multiple entries are good for those who knows what they are doing. Even this one, it's no exception to it. When you know what you're doing, when I'm talking about knowing, I'm talking about knowing your strategy, knowing your risk management, knowing your psychology, because this particular exercise we are going to talk about, it can challenge you psychologically. When the market decides to come down, where you start thinking, now it's going against me. No. You must have the nerves of a steel. You know, to be a trader, you need to have the nerves of a steel, because being a trader, it's not an easy exercise. People talk like it's an easy. It's not easy.
Exactly.
You are in profit. It's moving. You are floating around $2,100, whatever the level that you are floating at, and suddenly the market now starts to breathe. It's coming down. You see the numbers that were high, numbers coming down. It needs somebody that can be able to handle it, because you have a plan, you have a strategy, you know exactly what is happening, because market always repeat itself. Market always repeat itself. And how do you know that the market repeat itself? You keep on looking towards your left on your charts, and you will see where the market has rejected, where the market has gone into the support. So now we are talking about scaling up. We are talking about you being in a trade, and the trade, it's moving in your favor. And as it's moving in your favor, instead of you getting in and getting out. You stay in that trade and monitoring. What does that mean? What does that mean? Basically, it means number one, you know the market structure, you know where the market is going. Number two, you have aligned yourself very well that from the first entry when you've entered at the right level, at the right position. The other video, sniper entry. You have entered correctly. And once you've entered, the market now it's saying, hey, Kenzo, I am taking you to the greater heights, my man. I need you to get this money. It's all up to you how now you manage that. Now you're going to see the price action moving. But remember, the price action doesn't just keep on moving just one way. It keeps on coming back. You know, like a runner, when you are in a marathon, you run at times, you need to get some water to, you know, dehydrate and so forth. So as the market. Now, today we are going to take you to the charts and then we're going to demonstrate to you when we're talking about scaling up, what are we talking about? What is it that you must look at? What is it that you must do? But remember, risk management, it's very key. Setting a proper mindset. You need to have a proper mindset. Having a good plan on that particular trade, it's key. It's key. Again, if you don't know how to trade, don't do anything in what we are going to say. Exactly. Just go to the class. Just go to the master class and when I learn the basic, get the basics, get it right. And once you've got it right, then you can come back to this video and watch it and then know what scaling it's all about. Kenzo, let's go to the charts, my brother, and let's see what is there for us.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Peza. So now I'm going to share the screen of our chart. So let me share. Sorry for that. Now we're here. I hope you can see the screen, Mr. Peza.
I'm seeing it. It's so white and beautiful.
Okay, that's great. That's really, really great. So what do you do on a scaling up? So remember, when we talk about scaling up, we talk about people who already mastered their trading. So you can't just scale up if you don't know what you are doing. Firstly, you have to identify the trend. Where is the trend pushing? Where is the trend pushing? Here on Euro USD, we can choose any pair. I will also change here and to show you that you can do these things on different things, right? So when we are on Euro USD like this, to scale up, remember I said, is to add on top of the positions that you already opened. Did you hear that? And when we say we add, we only add on those positions which are already in profit, not when the market is going against you. We don't add and say, or pray and say, no, maybe the market will come back. No, we don't do that. If the market is going against you, we don't do anything like that. Already, maybe we will place your stop loss or something like that. So here I'm talking about someone who already identified the trend. How do you identify the trend? There's another video for that. You will go back and check some other videos about how to identify the trend. So now I see that I'm on Euro USD, 1 hour time frame, which is popular. People, they use this mostly. I see an uptrend. Nice one. It's quite easy. So I already drawn the line. Mr. Basil, can you see the lines that I'm drawing?
Oh, yes. I'm watching the trend lines.
Exactly. These are my trend lines and we call this support lines, right? We call this support lines. So what we were going to do here, that's why I said this is not for beginner level. If you're a beginner, it's fine. You can help, you can just contact us. We're going to help you how to identify this. So when we see that, okay, now it's time to scale up, we don't just scale up, we can see that the market was dropping, the market was going down, right? this is called downtrend, right? The market was just going down. After that, we see the market is changing the direction. Now the market is breaking our resistance. You see that? A small retest. So guess what? What do? We can start to buy from this area, right? Or let's say if maybe you are not good enough in this, how to identify this? You are going to wait for the market to retest. When it gives you a small breath in, we're going to enter. We're going to enter where the market is going to give us a higher low, right? So let's say we entered here. I see here the market was creating something like this. Already, we know that we are on an uptrend. Why? Because we've broken that resistance. So it means we going to enter around these areas, right? So let's say here is our entry. Remember, these things want you to know that if you already have the skill, if you already know the skill, remember my weight, I said we've broken out of the resistance of a downtrend. Now we're taking another trend, which is an uptrend. So it means
That's
we
correct.
have full confidence that the market is going to push up.
That's correct.
And we take a trade from this area. We take a trade from this area. This is our first trade. Let me say it's one, right? So the market is now pushing up, right? You see that? When the market is coming back, we don't say this is a rejection. This is just a small rejection where we call it it's just a retracing or a just small rejection, or I like to call it a breath in. And you know what I like to identify this? You will see this because the market won't break your higher low here. Your market will never break that. So from this area, once we see the market pushing up, we're going to have another entry from this area. Then the market is going to continue like that. But if you use another knowledge, which we also teach, you can identify this by doing this. Let me show you this because I know this might be so technical so that some of you won't understand. I like to draw support resistance. When the market is breaking the resistance, we always know that the market is going to come back there and create those areas. So we're going to follow those areas where the market is going to come back. And when it comes back around that area, it's where we know that, okay, there is where we're going to have another entry. This, remember, the market won't give us those perfect moves, but I want you to understand something or to see something. So remember, we entered here, we entered around these levels, right? So the market is pushing up.
Correct.
Once the market is pushing up, we know that we just relax and lock our profit, or we just reduce our stop loss. When the market is coming back, if you look on your left side, you can see that the market created a something like a resistance around that level. It's a zone, remember that. Once the market comes and tests around that zone, the market will start to push higher again. It means around this support area or around this retest here, we're going to enter again, right? So the market will continue to do that. And once it goes up, we're going to lock our previous positions. It's going to come back again on that area. If you look at your left, you will see that there was a resistance area from your left. The market comes back and respect that left position there. And if you still remember, this complement our uptrend. This is
Correct.
just this kind of a move. Because on this type of a move, it's where we go into, where if we try to connect this, they going to make sense. Do you see that?
That's correct.
The market is creating something like this, exactly as that. You see? So that's why we're going to do it. We're going to keep buying around this level. When it pushes up, we know that, okay, let's look at our left. We see this area. The market, we know that, okay, if it bounces back, we're going to buy again there. So from this area, because when we look at our left, we see that, okay, the market is going to respect that area. Why? Because we are still on an uptrend. then the market created that, and it always respected these areas. So if you check, you can see that the market was just creating the same thing. Let me clear everything, maybe you can see clearly. So the market was creating something like this. Let me start from here. I hope you can see this. So
Straightforward,
let me
brother.
use a different color. The market was just creating resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, support. So it means when the markets take that dive in, this breath here, we're going to take our trades around this area. So on a bigger picture, or on maybe when we do it on a throwing line, it's going to be something like when we say the market will be going up. So when we say buy on the higher lows, we mean when the market comes back here, you should buy there. When the market comes back there, you should buy there. When the market comes back there, you should do what? You should buy. Then when you know that, okay, now I'm following the trend, for you to keep holding on those trades, because if you're a beginner mostly, you just enter today, few minutes later, you're out. But to find out that, okay, the market moved in the same direction that I was following for the whole week.
Precisely.
So it means now, even if you're not losing anything, but actually you're losing because you knew about that. You knew that the market was changing the direction. You knew that the market has to change the direction. We saw that on like on Nasdaq, like last month, on US 30, the time the market was just selling off. We knew that after that, the market is going to do what? The market is going to push higher. Even though even though we got out early, even though if we made some nice profits, but we knew that the market was going to go higher because the market is going to recover that. It means it's predictable. The uptrend is predictable. The trend line that we know that is going to go up for the whole 2 weeks coming. Even if we're going to have some breath in, this is part of the market. It doesn't mean that the market is changing the direction. It's part of the market. It keeps the market higher, going higher and higher. So I think maybe I talked about too much stuff. Mr. Beza?
Thank you, Kenzo. Thank you, Kenzo. Thank you, Kenzo. It's simple. It's simple. When you understand the structure, the market structure, and when your analysis says to you, the market is going up, basically, it needs people who do not have fear. If you want to make it in the market, you need to set your mind right, overcome your fear, because fear is an acronym that says false evidence appearing real. By having fear, it makes you to miss the good opportunity. The good opportunity. Euro USD. Euro USD always avail these kind of opportunities. And exactly. When you find yourself in a position, sniper entry, you enter in the market. You need not to have fear when you have a plan. That's number one. You need not to have fear when you have a plan. You need not to have fear when you have strategy. That is number two. You need not to have fear when you are managing your risk. You see, once you have these three things and you look at the structure says, you know what, the euro was falling down so much so that now it's gonna take it up to the highest. You get ready. You get ready. As a sniper, remember, you take your position, your high position. You prepare your rifle. You aim where you are going to enter. You enter. Once you enter there, keep on looking towards your left on your chart. Know where there was a resistance. And once the price break that resistance, push up, it then comes and give a retest. And once you see that that level it's being respected, you set your buy order or your limit order or you buy at the current market it takes you up. Once it pushes up, that time, the earlier entry, you have adjusted your stop loss. Now, the first entry, the first position you have taken it's now on profits. It's on profits. It's now this new entry that you have taken, which is the second one, which is now pushing up. Remember, you are confident now in that level because the market has allowed the price to break the resistance. It came back to retest it. As it retested, it's no longer a resistance, but it becomes now a support. As it becomes a support, you're looking at your price action. Which one? Do I wait for a pin bar? Do I wait for an engulfing candlestick? Whatever price action that gives you a confirmation of entering, you enter. Now, you have two trades that are running. One, it's already running in profits. This one, it's about to take it up and giving you the blues now, the blues. As it's pushing up, again, consistency is very important in the market. You look to your left to see where is the next resistance. Once you see that next resistance, you highlight it. You saying, I'm now looking at what is going to happen there. If it so happened that also it tested probably once, it comes shorter, you must also have the knowledge and be able to have the language of the price action, because price action is very key when it comes to scaling up. Because when you start seeing a red candle playing and you can see it's a small candle that it's really not going to do anything, it doesn't mean now that everything is going. Remember, you already have your stop loss where you are ready to get out. So whatever is happening above your stop loss and the resistance that is happening there, you need not to worry about it, because you know that if now the market it's no longer in your favor, it's when your stop loss it's been hit. Now it does not need a trader that gets to be nervous every now and then. Should I adjust my stop loss? Should I move it? No. You need to have a plan based on your risk management, knowing exactly that after I've scaled once, I've scaled twice. This is where I am looking at. If ever the market is no longer doing what I want to do, then I know that I'm going to be out here. And guess what? When you get out there, you will find that you are going to lose on the last trade. It's probably 2 pips or 4 pips or 10, and compared to what you have already gained as your profit from the first entry. So that now that you need to keep in mind, the first entry that you did, that one, as it's moving along with every entry that you are doing. That's why we are saying you are scaling up. How do you scale up? The market get into the resistance, it breaks that resistance, it retests, you enter again. And once it starts moving, get into another resistance, it breaks it, come back, retest it, you enter again. You are going to do that up until the market decides to change the direction. And when it changes the direction, it's when it hits your stop loss. Then, hey, your bank account will be smiling at you the way I'm smiling at you and saying, let's do it again. Now you started the process again. But what it needs you to know what you are doing. It's very important. Traders, it's very important that you know what you are doing. Success in trading, it lies in your knowledge. And knowledge is the key to your success in trading. And that's where you are going to realize consistency. You will allow your losses to go by. You will capitalize in your profits. If the market is opening doors for you, there is only one thing that you must do: take that opportunity. As much as when you allow your stop loss to be hit, just allow the market to sail with you, to take a ride with you, to fly with you, and go up with you, as long as you know where you are going. If ever you are on a sell, we are one company that doesn't like to sell when the market is going up.
Exactly.
For one reason, you know that the wind is taking you up. Why must you go against the wind? We don't do that. When it comes to indices, as much as you can see the market is just curving upwards, we go upwards. Now, what is beautiful and what we get excited, it's when the market is spreading. You know, once the market is high, like it's high right now, we are waiting for the market to come down, to breathe, to come in our zone. And when it gets into our zone, we enter, because you know what? The waves are going to take us up. So you need to know those things. You need to understand those things. And today, this is what we are saying: scaling up. How do you go up? Basically, scaling up, it's simply climbing a ladder in the market. You climb the ladder. Sometimes this ladder is going to bounce once, it's going to bounce twice. You don't need to be scared of what is happening, as long as you know where your stop loss is at, as long as you know what is your risk, as long as you know what is your risk, and as long as you understand your strategy, not somebody else, as long as you understand your strategy, you are on the road to success. Kenzo.
Thanks, Mr. Basil. I think you have covered enough. And as you know, guys, we no longer want to make these videos very long, so that you can just watch them very quick. Then you can able to comment, respond with whatever that you don't understand. I think we covered enough, guys, because tomorrow we still have another topic. I think from that video, you're going to learn something about scaling up. I know if you're a beginner, it's going to be a difficult one to understand. But if you've been in the game, maybe you'll understand. If not, you can just contact us. We can try to help you and show you the road how you can try to master that, because it's not an easy thing. You don't just go on the YouTube and start to say, now I'm good in scaling up. No, it's something that you need to practice. It's something that psychologically you should master that. You see, but if you're not there, you're going to see some issues. You're going to blow your account, which is something that we don't like. You see, remember, guys, this group, for those who don't know, this company, we all about teaching psychology. I can't just say trading psychology, but just psychology. Since we are in the financial market, yes, I will just say trading psychology, but psychology, it doesn't matter whether it's trading or whatever, but psychology, it's you finding yourself, trying to figure out how you can react towards the financial market. Obviously, we lose because of that. We can't control ourselves. We don't know how to handle money. When we start to see money, we react like we are crazy or babies. So, or we react like kids, and we don't even see that, you see. So we need to be on the right track. So for you to manage or to follow those strategies that we show you that here, it all starts here. Your psychology should be right. Your trading plans, your risk management should be right. So when you take those things, because every trade that you take in the market is actually a risk.
Exactly.
But if you don't know anything, you just say, oh, I just know 1, 2, 3. You're still going to lose. Even if you are a pro, we still lose while we are still pros. But it's funny because we lose the amount that we know that we were prepared to lose. But someone who doesn't know, they're just going to blow the account. I don't think maybe you are ready to blow the account. Just because you just open the lot sizes, you just do so many things. Those things that the ones that are stopping you. Some of you, maybe you started like years ago, but you never withdrawn anything. You never withdrawn any cent from the market. You're the one who is feeding the market. And at the moment, it means like we're surviving with your money. So it's like you're feeding the market and we're just taking it out. That's the third thing about the market. Mr. Basil, you can.
Hey, newbie, Mafikizolo. You know most, you don't know anything, right? You know, right? If you want to know about scaling up, if you know you want to know about how to set your trend lines in order for you to be the master of scaling up, come to the masterclass. We've got you. You are covered. We've got you. We've got you. We're gonna lace you all the way from the beginning to the end. We are going to give it to you. Remember that. Remember that. Everything is been created twice. Everything it's been created twice. Your winning in the market starts in your head. When you press the button, it's only the implementation. Your winning starts in your head. You create your wins in your head. You create your losses in your head. So just come to the masterclass. Let's give it to you. Let's give it to you as it is. Remember, the me I see is the me I will be. The me I see is the me I will be. Before you start scaling up, ask yourself a question 3 times. Answer it twice. Then do it once. We are back again. We are back again. We are by now you know. By now you know. Have you pressed the like? Have you pressed the dislike? Okay. You think we are? If you are here for the first time, there is a subscribe button there. There is also, yeah, the reminder one. You know, our people now knows. Thank you. See you next video. We are coming back again.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Thank you. We'll see you on the next one. So please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, share with your friends. If you want to talk to us, check the description. There is our contacts there, WhatsApp, Telegram. We're going to help you. For the masterclass, guys, I think we left with only 5 people. So if you don't make it quick, I think you're going to get it on $100 because it's been on sale for some time now. So we left with 5 people to reach that 20. We have like 15 members already joined. So we left with only 5. So if you come late, please guys, don't bother us. We just preach this for some time now. I hope you hear that. Tell me if you want to be in the group. I'll reserve your space as soon as possible. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next one.